Hello, all. Cinephile Mike here, and it is day 2 of And the Oscar Goes To, my series of short videos where I share who I believe will win, and in some cases, who I think should win the big prize come Oscar night. Now, as you know, we are going in the order of the life of a film from conception to finished product, and today we are looking at the best original screenplay. You can't make a film without screenplay unless it's a documentary. And the nominees are Anora, written by Sean Baker. The Brutalist, written by Brady Corbet and Mona Fastvold. A Real Pain, written by Jesse Eisenberg. September 5, written by Moritz Binder, Tim Fehlbaum, and co-written by Alex David. And The Substance, written by Coralie Fargeat. So let's take a look at these a little closer, starting with Anora, which is an unflinching comedy about a sex worker in Brooklyn who desires for something more. And in an almost Pretty Woman twist, she meets a member of the Russian oligarchy who can offer her everything that she wants. But this will not be without challenge. Witty dialogue and sharp quips give this film a real lived-in quality. The Brutalist is a film that tells the story of the American dream of an architect escaped from war-torn Europe to build a new life for himself and his family in Pennsylvania. Now, the script doesn't shy away from describing the horrors of war, but also looking at the social classes as they come together and drift apart, and we see how sometimes dreams can become nightmares. A Real Pain chronicles two cousins who join a World War II tour in Poland to visit the home of their grandmother and learn a little bit about each other in the process. The realistic dialogue moves in rapid fire that doesn't shy away from discussing the hardships of the persecution of a people, and yet is able to infuse enough awkwardness and moments of levity to keep the story moving along without becoming too maudlin. September 5 depicts the story of the news team that starts out covering the sporting events at the 1972 Munich Olympics and ends up covering the Munich massacre of the Olympians at the hands of Black September. Capturing the tense energy of a newsroom during a crisis, the writing gives the portrayal of the lengths that those who report the news have to go through and offer the look at the ethical consequences of these choices. And finally, The Substance is the story of a woman who loses everything and will stop at nothing to get it back, even if it means dipping into some crazy possibilities. The script is sharp, funny, and doesn't shy away from calling out the awful double standards that Hollywood and the industry has put on aging stars and the need for what is younger and hotter. So this one is hard for me to call. 4 of these films made my top 10, with 3 of them being in my top 5 of the year. Now, for the story that it tells, who I believe should win is, well, there's a tie between 2 films that I want, but in the end, I truly believe that the prize is for Baker's to take this one for Anora. And tragically, despite all the nominations Anora has, this may be the only one that it takes. That said, I think it should tie with The Substance, and if there was a chance where we'd see a screenplay have a tied nomination, I would be very much okay with that if we tied with the 2. Fargeat's script is whip smart. It doesn't miss a beat. But again, like I said, this prize is Baker's to lose. So, there you have it. See everyone tomorrow when we look at what comes after we get the script. We got to get that director. But until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.